Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. I'm crying. Why was that so funny? I don't know. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the puppet thing. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna go through all 8 Harry Potter movies, from ranked from worst to best. I'm like crying.
Again, these are just the movies, not the books. I guess we can save that for another day if we wanted to, but we're gonna discuss our favorite and our least favorite movies, starting with worst to best.
This is my list.
Yes, Caitlin put this together, but I'm sure we'll be arguing a little bit on
we definitely
the
will.
order
We
of
definitely will.
some of these. You want to get started?
Yes.
What's your,
so my least,
what's the worst one?
The worst one, in my opinion, is Half-Blood Prince, for several reasons.
Why?
One, is Harry on drugs the whole time? Like, what is happening? It's just the acting was horrible. The lighting and like the
coloring
filter
itself
and the
was
coloring
weird.
and everything, it was so different from all the other movies that it didn't make sense. I don't know if it was like a director change.
They've had several different directors,
but
like,
it just
changed
it didn't.
with basically each movie.
There were some funny moments. Like, I remember seeing it in theaters. There were some good moments, and like I remember getting the poster. It was a huge deal and blah blah blah. No.
Yeah,
I don't like
it. It fell
it.
short for me. Yeah, I'd have to agree with this one. I just, again, storyline. It's not one of my favorite books either. Just putting that out there. I know a lot of stuff happens with Dumbledore and Snape, and we find out all this other stuff.
Dumbledore.
But it's just not one of the best ones to me.
No.
I don't know. Honestly, the older they all got, the less I started liking the movies.
Really?
I don't know.
See, like, I think it's more because, like, the older they got, the better at acting they got. I think
No, I'm not talking about the actors. I'm just talking about the characters in general and their decision-making skills. The acting, definitely got better.
They're teenagers. Of course they don't know what they're doing.
Fair.
And then number 2 on the list, in my opinion, was, like, almost a little bit better than Half-Blood Prince. We're going down to best, is Sorcerer's Stone.
What?
Or the Philosopher's Stone, as it's known in, like, Europe.
Wait, why? Why is this the worst one? Or second worst one?
Oh, God. I know it's their first movie. I get that. It's so boring. I'm bored.
Is that you're just bored the whole time?
I'm so bored the whole time.
Is it because it's predictable, or and then
it's just like, they're like 11. What are they doing? Like, why? Like, I get the wizards.
Ask J.K. Rowling. I don't know.
J.K. Rowling, why? That's it.
She created this world.
I was bored.
Actually don't mind the first one. It's the one that started it all for this series, and it got, the actors, like, this kick-started their careers and, skyrocketed them into the spotlight. I like how simple things were back then in these movies, because things started getting really complicated just in terms of the storylines.
But it's kind of, the books kind of get that way too, but at least the books had more meat to them.
Right, that's what happens when you transfer books to movies.
I would have been okay if they had, like, what they did with Lord of the Rings and had extended editions of Harry Potter and they just did the whole book.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
That would have been fantastic. Yes, it would have taken more time. Worth it in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Literally just take every word off the page verbatim and just put it in the movie. Done deal.
I would absolutely love that.
Done deal.
And then, really, you don't number 3?
Dude, your list. I don't like the earlier ones. I'm sorry. Besides Half-Blood Prince, that one just sucks. The next one on my list is Chamber of Secrets. Again, we're going from worst to best, so it's getting progressively better.
Yeah, I was going to say, I definitely like Chamber of Secrets more than Sorcerer's Stone.
Thank you. They're just babies. Why? It just, no.
Well, that's the scary part. They are this young, having to deal with all these grown-up issues. I know,
but again, I'm just bored. I'm just bored.
You want more action.
Yeah. And plus, as we go down the list, I like the more action-packed stuff.
Yeah, I can tell just based off the rest of
the list. And then the next one after that, so again, getting progressively better, is Order of the Phoenix.
See, I would rank Chamber of Secrets above, like, as better than Order of the Phoenix. I was bored during Order of the Phoenix. That one is very dull to me. it has interesting, you know, plot points here and there, but in terms of how they tell the story, it just feels so flat for a good chunk of it. And there's some action at the beginning, and then it dips, and it just is very inconsistent in terms of its plot. I don't know if that made any sense. Which is fair,
because I mean that's the one. I think the reason why it's heading towards better, for me, is just because I think that's the one when Umbridge is brought into the picture, right?
Yes.
So I hate her, and I love
to hate her.
Yeah. So it's like that's why again
one
it's
of the
getting
best
progressively
villains.
better.
One of the best.
And
she's scarier than Voldemort.
Well, and then like that reminds like with when they're at the Ministry of Magic and Voldemort's doing all his like fire and he's like, oh, yeah, and he does all that. That's so cool.
See, that's just it. Like the end of it definitely like moves faster and there's more action and stuff. It's just building up to that point.
But then you also have to remember it's building up to the very, very end too. So all of these are building up to that point.
I just wish there was more to it. And I understand they have to fill in, you know, the plot and they have to give all this background. I understand that. I just wish it was more of a consistent like roller coaster, I guess.
Fair. That is very fair.
It definitely dips really, really, really low at some points, and then it shoots up for a second, and then it drops again.
That's fair.
I just wish it was more like a little bit more even, where it was kind of up and down. It was a smoother ride.
But you also have to have, you know, like those high points and those low points, because if you have too many high points, it's going to be too tension filled the entire time, to where it's like this. At least you have a breather to kind of get through those before it prepares you for the next high point. You know what I mean?
Right, but there's so much room in between all of those.
That's fair.
That's what I don't like.
That's fair. Let's move on. So the next one, again, getting progressively better, in my opinion, is Goblet of Fire.
This was a fun one. I just like, this is one, in comparison to Order of the Phoenix, like this one has so much action. There's so much happening. You know, they have, you know, with the Triwizard tournament, like,
it's great.
There's so much happening to these characters, whereas in Order of the Phoenix, they're just kind of hopping through life.
You know what? You also have to think about
happen, and then they.
But you also have to think about the fact that they've been through so much stuff before Order of the Phoenix that like it's kind of nice to have it so it wasn't too crazy of a year for them.
Right, but at the same time, you know, you've had all of these movies before it where it's just, you know, so much action, so many different things happening. Like Goblet of Fire is right before Order of the Phoenix. It's 4 and then 5.
Yeah, no, like, I know.
I'm just putting it out there. So to go from Goblet of Fire with so much action and, you know, you have all these expectations, and then Order of the Phoenix, it just didn't feel like it was part of the same storytelling. And I understand like each movie is different. They had different directors and ways they wanted to go about doing stuff, but just the connection, I guess, was missing for me. And
that's fair.
They felt like very different genres almost.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Which is why we're having this discussion. So then the next one, again, getting progressively better. So this is my third best one.
This needs to be the number 1 spot.
But whatever. It's Prisoner of Azkaban. Just because the last 2 are my favorite.
Oh, because Prisoner of Azkaban trumps these.
I enjoy Prisoner of Azkaban, and honestly, it was even hard to put it in this list. But again, I really like the Deathly Hallows a little bit more.
Part 1 is so boring.
But it has to be boring in order to get it to the finale. Like it has to.
Does it though? No, not really.
That's my opinion.
It doesn't need to be that boring.
That's my opinion. You have yours. Okay. So yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban, and then for me, it's part 1 of Deathly Hallows because it's just not as good, but it's still it's my second choice, and then my final number 1 is part 2 of Deathly Hallows because it's the final. It's the finale. Like you can't beat it. And I think they did a really good job with how they handled it. Yes, there's certain plot points from all of the movies that didn't make sense within the books and vice versa, but in the end, it's my favorite one.
See, I disagree. Prisoner of Azkaban is by far one of my most favorites out of this entire series because it, to me, follows the closest to the books, which this is one of my favorite books out of the 7, and Deathly Hallows is my second favorite. But I don't know, Prisoner of Azkaban just felt complete. It was, you know, they had so much character development just within the one movie, and, you know, it had its fun moments. It had plenty of action to keep me interested. It wasn't dull in any areas. I love all the time travel aspects to it. You know, it's just,
I love time travel.
There's tense moments. You know, we know stuff for a little bit, and then we go back in time and we learn that it's not the case. I just love how complete it is.
Fair.
And I'm not saying that the others aren't complete, but they're not as fulfilling. So for me, if you want to hear my list of the order, so worst to best. So I agree with you. Half-Blood Prince is probably my least favorite.
So dumb.
And then I would put, let's see, Order of the Phoenix after that.
I have hiccups. Keep going.
Okay. Order of the Phoenix, and then let me see here. Probably Part 1. Deathly Hallows Part 1. That one was so boring to me. Fourth least favorite one, probably Sorcerer's Stone. Mm-hmm. Number 5 would have to be, oh gosh, this is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Chamber of Secrets.
I was going to say, did you already say Chamber of Secrets?
6, Goblet of Fire. Let's see. I already said Part 1. Sorry, I'm like losing track. Which ones am I missing?
How many are it?
6? 2 more?
Yeah, so Part 2 and then Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, I said Part...
You said Part 1, I thought.
Oh, yeah, Part 2 and then Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that right?
That sounds right, I think.
Half-Blood. Anyways, I don't know. Our lists are different.
But, you know, we don't have to have
agree
the same...
that Half-Blood is the worst one.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, we don't have to have the same opinion. Again, it's our own opinions. But we want to hear from you guys. Like, how would you rank these from worst to best? Which one's your favorite?
What's your least favorite?
What's your least favorite? Which one can you just, tolerate? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah.
And go binge watch these if you have time. Go do it.
Now's the time.
Do a marathon.
Do it. Harry Potter.
And maybe make, your own wand if you're at, while you're at it. So.
Oh, yeah. So you can make your own wand, watch the movies. Boom, bam, boom. I wonder where you could watch a tutorial on how to do that. I don't know. Oh, wait. We'll have a link to our video in the description box below. And, yeah. You have anything else?
Nope. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Later, nerds.
Bye.
Bye.